Hello, everybody. This is Josh Foreman. I'm coordinator for Super Adventure Box. Driving today is my lovely assistant, Vince.
How's it going?
Say hi, Vince.
Hi, Vince.
Good job. You did it right. You passed the test. He's our embedded QA. Along for the ride is Lisa. She is our scripter designer extraordinaire. And Jeff, he built most of the props that you see and dug up a bunny. All right, so what we're going to show today is basically run through the first part of World 2, Zone 2. This is the Pain Cliffs, and it is the training grounds for the mystical assassins. And here we go! You may notice red barrels. If you know anything about old games, you know you want to run up and hug red barrels. That's a speed boost power-up that Vince just got. One of the first things you'll probably notice if you've played the first Super Adventure Box is that these new levels are a lot more epic. They are longer, a lot more involved. We've got a lot more puzzles, some new mechanics and stuff, which I will point out as we go. This is how you die.
It's always that one jump that gets me.
Yeah, just that one.
Yeah.
Anything fun to say? Well, I will say that for this level, I was inspired by some of, you know, those cool mountains in China that are on that one river, and they're on all the cool, well, you know what I'm talking about. I was trying to do 8-bit versions of them, and this was my interpretation. Now, in the game, this would be like Moto, he's heard tales of Kantha way back in the past, right? And so this is his interpretation of an ancient time and place. You know, because this is educational. For the children, they need to learn about ancient Kantha. This is probably the best way to do it. Feel free to ask any questions. I've got someone popping them up on a screen for me to read, and I'll do my best to answer them in as witty and sarcastic a way as possible. Oof. One thing you may notice is that when the assassins die, they don't actually die. All you've done is defeated them in this one battle, and they leave a log behind to let you know that it wasn't really them dying.
Well, look, a bauble.
Oh, bauble, get that bauble. Oh, you can't get that bauble, can you? No.
I've been filled with poison darts.
Yeah, like I said, this is the training grounds for the assassins, and one of the lessons that they have to learn is to be very vigilant, observe their environment very closely. So Vince is now seeing, oh, look at that, there's a dart trap there. So that'll probably come into play later in the map. The mountain regions, I tried to make them a little more less linear than the forest maps. There's a lot more exploration, different ways that are completely valid to get through the map. Oh yeah, look out there. So that is a let's see, that is like a big scale. And on one side, you see a little flailing blue octopus. He's actually pretty big, so let's go see what we can do with that octopus. Here's one of the new elements we've got is these piranha pools. That piranha does have a snorkel. I think it's necessary for fish to breathe, just like people. Okay, so now we're at the base of the scale, and we got to figure out how we're going to get the one side up so you can get to the next checkpoint.
Get back here.
First, he's got to take care of the assassins. So let's go check out this octopus and see what he wants.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Let's do it right this time. All right. Now, as you can see, he's a simple octopus with simple needs, and what he needs is a piranha to eat. So when you get near this pool, this piranha just jump right out at you. They're pretty vicious buggers.
Lisa took my fish.
This is an example of a teamwork puzzle where it can be completed with one person, but it's faster if you have more people. It does scale with the number of people there are. So you get a similar experience, no matter how many people are in the map. Someone's asking how long did it take to create this map? The answer is I'm not sure. I bounced back and forth between all the various zones as I went. Yeah, it's really hard to say. I worked on a lot of them simultaneously, so all through the development. As you can see, the octopus is getting bigger and bigger as he eats more piranha. He's weighing that scale down. All right. And as you can see, the other side of the scale is way up there now. Waiting for the last member of the party. Eventually he'll get here, I hope.
There we go.
Another new enemy we have here are these
Oh, no.
cool orange frogs. And they swallow you up, and you gotta fight your way out of their belly.
No, no, no. No, not again.
These guys make really interesting environmental hazards because they can suck you in from so far away. It was fun to place them between, around hidden corners and stuff, and you got to kind of learn the map, learn where to throw, use your weapons. Like those guys, it's way safer to use bombs and slingshots and stuff than just running straight up to them. So there's a question, must you complete World 1 in order to play World 2? And the answer is yes. So essentially we're releasing an old school platform game in chunks, and when you play Mario, you got to beat World 1 before you get to World 2.
Oh, somebody already got that toad. Remember I said there was only that one jump that got me?
Yeah, I think this jump is going to get a lot of people. Oh, and look, there's a friendly toad waiting for you. Fortunately, you were fast on your toes. So here's the first major training facility for the assassins. What you're going to see in here is a mini-boss fight, and he's sort of an homage to Mega Man in that he has a cool weapon, you defeat him, and you get that weapon, and you're able to use it thenceforth. And he demonstrates exactly what it does. He's holding his glove up. If anyone shoots at him, he's going to deflect that right back at your face. And he summons these big push blocks, which he pushes at you like missiles. So, pretty obvious strategy here is you wait for him to to stop blocking. You may notice that other block there in the background. That's going to have to be moved. You can't do it till you get a glove. This is the Glove of Wisdom. It's the first of what's going to be 3 different gloves. This is the only one you get in this release in World 2. So you got your power up. Congrats.
Wow.
What are you going to do with it? Let's see.
There's a hand on this block, Josh.
Yeah, what should you do with that block with a hand on it? Oh, push it. And up here is the second place. You're going to have to pay really close attention because there are dart traps hidden. If you just go the clear, obvious route, you can see right there, you will get thwacked. So don't go that way. Oh, don't get knocked into it by the ninja. Oh.
Yeah, these ninjas know how to use their environment to their advantage.
Yeah. Well, it's their training ground, really, so. They do have the home field advantage.
Aha.
Now, what is this blocking the way? There seems to be a board. Oh, and the Glove of Wisdom was used to smash right through it.
I have avenged Jeff.
It's good to know you got someone to avenge your back. Here's another teamwork puzzle. This is a, you want to look up and show them this cool bell. So there are up to 5 logs around here, and you've got to use your Glove of Wisdom to shove the log into the bell, but everyone has to do it at once to make it resound at the proper frequency, right? So the number of logs that are, or number of players there are will determine how many logs there are to push. All right, we're waiting for another slowpoke. Is it Jeff again? No, it's Lisa this time. Oop. So everyone's got to find a place where they can stand, wait for the log. Vince is counting down, and then forgetting to hit it. Let's try that again, shall we? Nice. That lowered the drawbridge, and now you can get into the next training temple. This one can be pretty brutal. So this one's all about learning the dart traps. Are there still buried baubles that can be dug up in specific areas? And the answer to that is very much yes. All the ones that were in World 1 should be in the same place. Added a few other little secret areas, nooks and crannies here and there in World 1. And then World 2, it's all a new ball game. Plenty of secrets to find for sure. They're pushing this block here so that they can jump over these dart traps. Okay, this place is crazy. So this is basically a dependency puzzle. There are all these blocks here, and dart traps can shoot you from many different angles. So it's a matter of finding which block can I get to without getting shot, because those dart traps are instant kill planes. You cannot pass through them at all. Someone's asking, does gear and level matter in SAB? And the answer is no. This is a complete game simulation that Moto has created. He doesn't discriminate based on gear or level.
Ooh. Almost ran into one.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful here. It's very easy to just accidentally walk. I still do it, even though I've set up where all the dart traps are. I'm still always walking through them. Another place where teamwork is great.
Ooh. Really gotta watch myself here.
Okay, I think all the angles are covered now. You can get to the trampoline in the middle.
Oh, Toad.
You guys really ganged up on that assassin.
He had it coming.
He did. Make short work of that guy. And we start stacking stuff up. We've got enemies at the same time you're dealing with crazy piranha swarms.
Oh. No, 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 no. If I fall into the piranha pool, I'll be eaten.
Someone's asking, how many bobble bubbles can you get a day if you manage to complete all the levels? And the answer is, let's see, it's still 2 at the end of each zone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 at the end of each zone. There are 6 zones now. And then you still get 1 at the end of the 3-1 guy, right? The preview for 3-1.
I think you get an extra 1 at the end of each bonus zone. So blowing up the mine cart is one of the bonus zones.
So if I could do math, I would tell you how much that is, but I'll leave that up to the more mathematically inclined. But that doesn't include all the dig spots. You can go and the dig spots count daily now, but there are so many of them with 6 maps now. I'm sure that's got to be several more bubbles. We have so many that have 50 baubles in them, and yeah. So once people figure out where all those are, I think there's going to be pretty hefty load of bubbles a day if you really work at it.
For those of you wondering why I keep dropping the fish, if I don't drop the fish at a certain time, it will actually knock me back and kick out of my hands.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to hold a piranha in real life? It's really hard.
I will be impressed if someone has.
Especially a piranha that is the size of your head. Or, wow, that one's like the size of your chest.
Now, just to demonstrate, if I hold him on, yep, there he goes.
Yeah.
Piranhas don't like being cuddled.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know if they have, like, daddy issues or what. All right, I think we're finally going to get this guy down in a story.
The nice thing about that is every time you do this, you don't have to go all the way back up to the roof.
At least in normal mode, you don't have to.
Oh,
I wonder if tribulation mode you do.
You might have something there, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh!
You know what's really tragic about that is not only did Vince fall and die, but an innocent piranha died as well.
He'll never snorkel again, and it's all my fault.
I don't know how you live with yourself. Oh, back to that bubble question. I was also leaving out the key chests. There are obviously more of those now as well.
I don't believe the key chests are daily, are they?
I have to ask Lisa, I'm not sure. And that octopus is getting fat. Is he all the way down?
Looks like he's full.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, here's a secret shop. Might as well show him the shop. Oh, here's where you can get the whistle, a wooden whistle.
I don't have enough baubles.
Oh, if only you did. You can demonstrate. Well, when you get the first wooden whistle, it's 3 notes, and you can learn 3 different songs in this world. You have to discover the places that will teach you the songs, and each song has some different effect on the environment. The first one you get is to reveal secrets. So for instance, if you're next to a dig spot, or sorry, not a dig spot, a bomb wall or something like that, you play your little song, and you'll see a little magical insignia appear that says, hey, this is a place you can blow up a wall. Someone's asking, let's see, what our team thought at first when we pitched the 8-bit idea. Well, there wasn't really a team. It was just me. I was finishing up the Mad King Clock Tower, and I just wanted to make the most epic jumping puzzle that had ever been made, and I was tossing around different ideas for what that would look like. And I think I emailed Colin and the environment art lead, Dave B., and said, hey, I really want to do this. And they said, well, I said I want to do this, and I have a specific idea of people that would be really good at the company to do this with. And we have this thing called Base Camp, where we kind of can do research and development. And so they said, well, you know, it's worth looking into and at least trying for a little while. So we got a little team of like 3 or 4 people and started prototyping the idea. And after a month or so, it seemed like it had enough promise that we got the green light to actually make it a real thing. So that's how that went.
I'm just afraid I'm going to get darted again.
It's very easy to get darted in this temple as well.
Oh yeah, you can also use the Glove of Wisdom to reflect projectiles.
Ooh, let's see if
provided the ninjas are
talented
throwing
enough
the
to do
projectiles are thrown at you. Oh. We're too good at this, clearly.
Yeah, we need to get worse players to help us with these demos. Oh. Here you go, deflect that sucker. Do it!
Ah, I didn't have my glove ready.
Get your glove ready! Oh, you don't have any potions, do you?
No, I don't. That was a mistake.
World 2 is definitely going to make a lot of things that seemed kind of not very important the first time around. You'll realize, oh wow, there's a good reason they had those. One of those is health potions. One of those is lives in shops, 1-ups and stuff like that. You'll find they're a lot more useful now that things have been ratcheted up a couple levels.
This should go a little faster now that we don't have any ninjas up top. Still gotta watch myself.
Mm-hmm. You can never be too careful on these levels. So what happens when you run out of lives is you are sent to the continue room. And that's basically the equivalent of you're at the arcade. If any of you remember arcades back in the day, and you run out of lives, you gotta put another quarter in. So that's where continue coins come in. If you don't want to continue from your last checkpoint, you can just go back to the hub and start again, and you'll start at the beginning of that zone. Okay, someone's asking for people who aren't jump-tastically inclined, are there non-jump heavy paths through this? And there's a whole mode that I made specifically for people just like you. And it's called infantile mode. This would be, so Moto designed this box to educate people, and he figures not everyone is ready for the full diploma, right? And so he created the infantile mode for people who need a lot of help. And it's basically, there's just rainbow bridges that lead you over difficult spots, and lets you avoid most of it. Okay, so here is another puzzle, and this is a gong. If any of you saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh, Jeff hit it.
And Jeff hit it. There's a scene where he's in a nightclub and he has to escape this machine gun guy, and he hits the gong and it starts rolling out a window, and he runs behind it so the machine gun can't hit him. That's exactly what we're doing here. It's an homage to that. So you got to make sure you're on the right side of the gong so that the darts are hitting the other side of it. Looks like Lisa didn't make it. Fell prey to her own creation.
Oh, no.
And so did Vince. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now we're going to see if they could potentially race to catch up with it. We'll see if they can.
We missed it by that much.
Let's see, what time do we got? It's not even 12. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to get it again. Sorry, you're just going to have to do this right.
Can I ask one of them to go up and hit the gong, and then I'll run next to it?
Oh, that's a good point. This is a chance for teamwork here. So basically, if someone gets to the top story, hits the gong, someone can hang out near the bottom, go through it, and then they're able to unlock a shortcut so that you don't have to get up to the gong anymore.
See if we can't get a little teamwork going here.
Yeah.
I see Jeff is opting to wait with me. Oh, maybe no, he's going.
You can't decide. It's pretty brutal. This is not an easy level.
If I remember correctly, World 1-2 was the longest level out of the 3 in World 1 as well. True.
I don't know what it is I like about making level 2s long, but
you're an even number guy. I believe in infantile mode.
Listen for the gong.
Listen for the gong.
Did you hear it?
No, because they both just died.
Oh.
I don't know if it's going, though. I haven't heard it. I'm sort of waiting for
you
it to...
see it rolling down a ramp. No.
I don't think they got it.
Clearly not.
It's up to me.
This is a prime example of a place that, if you're playing in infantile mode, you skip the whole thing. You just walk right past it.
Of course, now I'm going to get antsy and be like, yeah, I can do this fast, and then die.
Well, as long as someone's waiting near the bottom for it, I think we'll be good.
I don't think they are. Oh, see, I told you.
Why don't you tell Jeff to wait at the bottom? No, tell Lisa. Jeff's better. There's some serious strategy going on. It's one of the fun things about doing this cooperatively. It's totally doable by yourself, but there's definitely a huge social element that comes into play when you can come up with strategies based on teamwork. I'd like to facilitate that.
The biggest problem is going to be staying on the right side and then quick switching to the left before the gong passes through it.
Yep, that's where it gets tricky.
Ah, here we are.
Ready. And switch to the other side.
Oh, no.
Oh, others.
Maybe this would be an excellent time to show off some tribulation mode.
For half an hour? That's a lot of tribulation. I don't want to give too much away.
That's true. It's because I'm a big old bulky Norn. I get stuck in things.
Oh, humanity. Okay, well, I'm guessing this probably doesn't make great TV, so let's go ahead and skip. We'll go to the hub, and let's check out tribulation mode. That's pretty much almost what you're in right now.
Yeah.
Feeling tribulated?
A little bit. A little bit.
So, I'll talk a little bit about tribulation mode while he's loading it up. Basically, there were a couple routes we could go with making tribulation mode. The most obvious one to do would be to make the enemies hit harder, give you less health, and voila, everything's harder. But we decided to be a little more creative than that, a little more risky, and what we ended up doing was kind of in this genre that doesn't quite have a name yet, but there's games like I Want to Be the Guy and Soyabon Action, aka Cat Mario. And the idea behind those games is that it's not so much about just making, well, what it specifically is making a game unfair in a funny way. Some people get that and some people don't. So if you're into that sort of thing, that's what tribulation mode is there for you. All right, I think everyone's ready. Vince is into that sort of thing. Don't judge him.
Please don't.
So there's two components to this. Well, look at this. This is our new shorter cutscene for tribulation mode.
No more watching Princess Mia's picnic every time you die.
Yeah. Some people got tired of watching that picnic for a minute and a half I don't understand why, but we worked hard on that. Okay, first show them the sun. You got to show them how sad this is. See, look at that. Nothing says tribulation like a crying sun. Okay, so as you can see, obviously there's all sorts of environmental hazards all of a sudden. So you see that happy cloud, you got to get there for your first hard mode checkpoint. So go get it. Oh, no, you can't go that way. So there's two parts to tribulation mode. One is basically learning the course. That's going to take lives because there's just invisible instant death everywhere.
That flower
in that
just
case,
exploded.
Yeah, some flowers are landmines. Time to continue. Continue coin right there. Good to have. So, Vince might think, oh, I'll just go around. No, you can't go around. Yeah, so the idea being here that Basically, once you find the most ridiculous, circuitous route, that's going to be the one you want to take. And that'll be the one that's least likely to kill you instantly. Are you really going to spend time killing this sign?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so here is a balloon that you get, and everyone in your party has to get the balloon and turn it into the tribulation mode checkpoint at the same time. This is basically designed to keep people from having to, or keep people who aren't good enough from riding someone else's coattails. So when you see someone with a tribulation-colored weapon, you know that they actually accomplished the feat, rather than just, you know, were muled along by someone else.
Oh.
Oh, we got thwompy rocks now. And we have invisible death pits.
That bunny just doesn't know what's going on around it.
No.
It's surrounded by
Bunny
death
doesn't
and
care.
terror, and it
Yeah.
just... Right, avoid the flowers.
Yeah, stay away from flowers. Eventually you'll get to the point where you pretty much are terrified of everything in the world.
Ah.
That's the level we want to get you to.
All right, I'm at the checkpoint.
All right. Stand on that checkpoint. No, don't stand on that checkpoint. That's where it gets a little tricky again. You got to get everyone coordinated. You know, there's some things that are easier doing in a group, and there's some things that are harder. On tribulation mode, I'm not quite sure. It depends on how good everyone is who's playing, obviously. But okay, everyone's gonna. As long as you're not stepping on the button, you're safe. Who are we waiting for?
Oh.
And Jeff didn't get on there fast enough. Okay.
This requires excellent team coordination. Or
Yeah.
playing solo.
Yeah. Actually, for the sake of brevity, why don't you ask them to politely ask them to leave. It's time to go. Please leave. Get out of here. It's okay. They've played this plenty. They don't need to do it again. It's pretty funny, the whole rage quit phenomenon, right? It's not funny while you're rage quitting. It's funny to me when I'm rage quitting on my own map on traps that I made myself. That's what's funny to me.
Oop. That's right. We should probably explain that mechanic.
We should explain it.
Thanks. You cannot join or rejoin your party while they are in tribulation mode. If your friend gets halfway through World 1-1 tribulation mode and says, "Hey, come on and join me," and you attempt to join him, you will be sent back to the Super Adventure Hub, and a message will tell you, you can't do that.
Yes. Again, in order to keep people from coattailing. We don't want one person to get all the way to the end and then invite all their friends in a party, and then boom, they beat it and get the credit.
And now that I know the pattern, this should be faster. Moto said it himself. Pattern perception promotes puzzle performance.
It does. Let's see this pro speedrun who...
Oh, please, don't give me that kind of praise. You'll get me killed faster.
Someone's asking about the tribulation skins. They are basically the exact same weapons as the blue ones. They're just colored based on the world. So if you get, you got to get 3 tokens from the 3 zones, and then you buy plans from Moto, and you put all 4 of those things together in the forge. Oh, don't forget about that finger.
Rocket finger.
Darn rocket finger. You put them all together, and you get the weapon. And so if you get all of World 1 Tribulation Mode stuff, you get green weapons. All of World 2 gets you yellow weapons. Once 3 comes out, those will be red, and World 4 will be purple. It follows the color scheme value of the baubles, and coincidentally are drops in Guild Wars 2.
I don't think we have a red, do we?
We do have a red. Oh, you mean a drop?
Yeah. No, we have a red bauble. That's what I'm thinking of.
Right. Red comes between... Wait, does it? I'm not a mathematician. I don't know my colors.
I don't either.
So as you can see here, Vince is going the hardest way possible, because obviously that's going to be the only way possible. Oh, and don't touch power-up barrels. Shockingly, they kill you as well.
So, Josh, what doesn't kill you in Tribulation Mode?
What doesn't kill you?
Besides the
Very
most
few of the
insane
walls
path.
kill you. Some of them do. Let's see. Grass kills you. I don't think tree. Well, maybe a tree. Yeah, there's a tree or two that kills you. Shall we get to? Trying to think what a good point to end the suffering is. At what point do we Kevorkian in this video?
It's a good term for it, I guess.
Should we just let you get to the next checkpoint?
We can show them the path between there, D.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That one's, Now, if I've learned anything from my last 10 minutes, it's that you should look for ground that doesn't quite look trustworthy. Like that. Ah, another checkpoint. Excellent.
Now, being in World 1 Tribulation Mode, this is certainly not the hardest tribulation that you could experience. World 1, well, at least this zone, it's probably, I'd say, about 80% discovering the way to go and 20% execution. And that ratio changes as it gets to World 2. There's a lot more execution and less discovery. Those values kind of slide back and forth to keep things varied.
It's a nice trade-off between skill-based and knowledge-based jumps, in my humble opinion. Oh no, flowers.
So many flowers.
And not all of them blow up is the worst part. So you never know. I'm not going that way. Too many flowers and a monkey.
It's not random, though. I want to make sure people know that the flowers that blow up will always be the same flowers that blow up. They don't change every time you play. Tricky jump.
Ooh. Ooh. That was too close for comfort.
Even I got uncomfortable for a second there. All right, here we come to Thwomp Alley. This should be interesting.
Oh.
Stay on the left side. Those monkeys love to knock you with those spikes. So this is where it gets interesting with the Thwomps, because they do knock back, and knock down, and knock all around.
Oh, I gotta be fast. Oh, okay. All right, we're good.
That part's not too bad.
I bet that one's gonna try to get me. He got me.
He totally got you. What we're going to find up ahead is that at some point you got to trigger these guys, jump backwards to avoid them, and then forward again before the one behind you triggers. So this area is, like I was talking about, that difference between discovery and execution. This one is a lot more execution. This little sub area here. Wow, can't believe you didn't pay the ultimate price for that.
Oh no!
Oh. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Think you can make it on this run? I think you can.
I'm gonna try.
Feeling good about it.
Oh no, no, no!
I'm feeling worse about it.
My overconfidence is my weakness, and your faith in your friends is yours. And my weakness, too. Third time's the charm.
This will work for sure.
23rd time's the charm. They leave off the part about 20.
Or 30.
Yeah. And again, this is
33rd time's the charm.
This is where patience pays off. Oh, no, don't fall off the tree. Ooh. Oh, it always snags me on the backswing.
Well, I'm thinking this is probably a good time to cut it short. Just because watching the same thing over and over and over again, not necessarily super entertaining unless the guy is like raging out of his mind. I'm sure we'll see some YouTubes of that. Unfortunately, Vince has been beaten down by this so repeatedly that he has no more emotions left. And he's just a mindless machine, dying over and over again. So follow our channel and keep watching stuff on this channel. That's the point of following it. And there'll be more cool stuff. Thanks for watching. And I don't really want to say please play Tribulation mode because I know a lot of people will be very sad by it. Please play regular mode. And if you're bad at jumping, please play Infantile mode. That'll be super fun and easy. And yes, so I think we're done. Thank you very much.